Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and Infosec Pandey here. So today is day 33 of SOC Analyst 100 Days Learning Challenge, and finally we are doing it. So we are going to dive the head first into the magical query word of KQL, the Kusto Query Language in Microsoft Sentinel. So, if you have been staring at Sentinel like it's the Matrix, don't worry. Today I am handing you the red pill. So, by end of this video, you will be able to write basic KQL queries. So, let's go. All right. So, hands-on with KQL basics and what we will cover in this video. So, we will start with very basics. What is KQL? The Kusto Query Language. Basic KQL syntax 101, KQL use case examples, KQL tips for beginners, and also bonus the super useful KQL queries for your SOC toolkit and wrap up. And also we are going to demonstrate the KQL live in a demo environment. So let's go. All right. So what is KQL? So KQL is short for Kusto Query Language. So it is a query language used in Microsoft Sentinel, Microsoft Defender, Azure Data Explorer. So basically, Microsoft Security Toolkit, Microsoft Security Toolkit or Stack, and think of it like a SQL's younger or more cloud savvy cousin who drinks protein shakes and loves logs. Okay, so what is the use case of the KQL? So where we can use it? So if you want to find suspicious activity fast, correlate log with different sources like sign-in log, firewall log, endpoint log, and reduce false positive. So it is going to reduce false positive because it provide the correct answers of your questions, and then validate alerts. So if you want to dig deeper into the raw log, you can write your KQL queries and validate the alerts. And then support incident response. So if you're doing incident response and want to find the real culprit or threat, you can write the KQL queries. And also create custom detection rules. So KQL is very important. So you not only write rules, you're also going to build the dashboards, reports, and all the content development items in Sentinel using KQL. So KQL is must if you want to learn Microsoft security stack like Sentinel, Defender, or Azure Data Explorer. All right, so where do you run KQL? So currently it is supporting in three platforms. Number one, Microsoft Sentinel. So you can log in on the portal.azure.com, then go to Microsoft Sentinel, and there you can find the log analytic workspace. And in the log analytic workspace, you can write your KQL queries like this and then run the query. And then it is going to list down the result below. So this is your playground. Similar in the Defender. So you can log in on the security.microsoft.com, and then you can go on the advanced hunting, and you can create new query and write your query. And once you write the query, you can run the query using this blue button. And this is also going to list all the results below. Cool, right? And then we have Azure Data Explorer, where you can list out your data, your samples, your data tables, and then you can write the query here. So this is your query editor, and here you can see all the results. Yes, it is that easy. And then basic KQL syntax and hands-on. So let's break it down with a few simple syntax. So we have get all record from a table. So for that we are going to use a table, and then limit the result. So limit the number of result using take, like take 10 or take 5 or whatever numbers you want to give. Then filtering part, so filter for specific conditions, so you can use where and equal to and then your keyword. So this is going to filter the results. And then so so only certain columns. So for that you can use the project, and you can list out the columns with comma. All right, then sorting part, so you can sort your result by order. So this is going to provide you order of the results. And then count, so count is going to provide the count of the results, so you can limit your results with 10 line or 1 line or 100 line. So let's jump on the demo instance and have some hands on. All right, so this is my demo instance, and let's get some real hands on. So I'm going to type the table name here. So I have a table called security alerts, and let's run the table. So you can see I have results here, timestamp, alert type, severity, description, indicator, and you want to see how many columns we have for this table. So you can use get schema. So get schema is going to provide all the details. So we have timestamp, alert type, severity, description, and indicators. So what data types these are? So these are object and strings, and column. It's like date time, string, and it's a dynamic indicator. All right, so let's limit the number of result. So let me run the table. So here you can see I have 317 records, but I want to limit the number of results, so I'll use the pipe and take only 10. All right, so now you can see I have only 10 results. So the result is limited now. Write a condition. So I'm going to put a condition here where indicators contains this. So this is going to show only this host name is present. All right, so you can see I have only two results where the indicator have this host detail. So this is my condition. And also if you want to see more condition details, so where severity equal to high, so this is going to show only the high severity results. And this is going to show alerts which are not high, so we have medium. Cool, right? Let's show the result in certain columns. So for that we can use the project and then timestamp, and then alert type. So I want to limit my result with two column only. So you can see my result is limited now with two columns. Now you can see the severity as well. So now it is showing three columns and severity is medium. So this is how we can limit our results and narrow down the hunting. And let's use the sort option, so we can sort it by timestamp in descending mode. So it is ascending mode, and also we can sort it by descending mode. Cool, right? Next we have count. Let's see how many alerts we have. To summarize, count by alert type. So we have 309 alert for host and 8 alert for email. And also we have severity of the alert. So 309 severity of the alert is high and 8 alert is medium. All right, so here we have examples and tips. And let's say you want to check if any user logged in from outside your usual country. So we can write this query. So here you can say we are checking the sign in logs. So sign in log is basically the intra ID and your AD log. And then we have a condition here. So where location is not equal to United States. So this is my primary location. So if anybody log in outside from this location, it is going to detect that. And the project, so we have limited the column using project, time generated, user principal name, IP address, and location. So this is going to give a nice little list of the potential anomalies. Then some tips for beginner. So if you're writing KQL as a beginner, so here we have some tips. Number one, case sensitive. So KQL is case sensitive for field value, but not for field name. So if you're giving field like small United States, it is going to capture. But if you are giving small sign in log, it is not going to capture and going to show some error. So this is case sensitive. And use the IntelliSense. So the KQL editor has some auto suggest. So you can use it, like it so all the operator and tables, and also it memorize the field. So yeah, it has some sense. And then learn by tweaking. So you can start with very simple. So you can put the sign in log and run the sign in log, and then you have all the results, and you can narrow down by giving some filters. So that's how you will learn. So start with simple and experiment. Then project only what you need. So keep your results clean by projecting your results. So this is the example: project, time generated, user principal, IP address. So this is going to show the clean result, right? Then summarize is your friend. So for aggregation magic, you can use the summarize operator and summarize your log, like summarize by severity, summarize by location, summarize by IP address. So that's how you can narrow down the results. Then here we have some bonus top 10 super useful KQL queries for your SOC toolkit. So the number one, we have failed login attempt by user, and I'm going to use the sign in log for that. And then where the result type is not equal to 0, so it is legitimate. So that's why I have filtered it out. And then field summarize failed attempt count by user principal name. So this is going to show the user principal name who have most failed login attempts, and then sort by failed attempt descending. Next we have admin role assignment in Azure. So this is a auditing KQL query. So we are going to use the audit table, and then a filter here where the operation name is add member to role. So if any user added to a new role, it is going to trigger and then project. So it is going to project the time generated, initiated by, and target resource. So initiated by will give you who added, and target resources to whom you are going to give the access. and then new device join to Azure AD. So if any new device is going to join the Azure AD, so it is going to give you the result for that. So for that, I have written the KQL device info, where time generated is not more than 7 days. So it is going to check past 7 days and then going to summarize by device name and OS platform. So this will help you to understand which device and what OS recently joined the Azure AD. User with mailbox forwarding. So mailbox forwarding is sometimes very dangerous when attacker get access. So they start sending the sensitive email to their some third party mailbox. So that's why it is very important. So we can run the office activity where operation equal to set mailbox, and where parameters has forwarding SMTP address. Then suspicious PowerShell activity. So for that we can use the device process event, where the file name is PowerShell.exe, and where the process command line has any invoke web request command or IEX command or download string command. So these uh, commands are very sensitive from PowerShell perspective. So we need to monitor it like this. Then VPN login outside business hours. So we can use the sign in log, and then location is VPN, where date time part our time generated is not less than 7. So yeah, it is going to check the uh, hours, and from less than 7 hours to more than 18 hours. All right, so we have more queries here. Device with high alert volume. So we can use the security alert table and summarize alert count by compromised entity. So if any entity like user or device compromised, so we can check with this, and also sort by alert count descending. So it is going to show like this. So it is going to show the high number first and then lowest number last. Then login location by user. So for that, again we are using sign in log and summarize count by count, and then countries, and make a set of the location. So we are going to make a set of the location, and by user principal name. So suppose Infosec Pandey login from many locations, so it is going to list out that. Then audit log for our back changes. So rule based access change. So for that we can use Azure activity table, where operation has role assignment and project time generated and the caller detail and the activity status and the operation name. So if you play with these logs, you will understand what I am saying. So yeah, it will give you clear context then. And then identify use of known malicious IPs with custom watch list. So we can use the let command and the bad IPs and the external data IP address string. And this is the external link I'm calling with a CSB, where all the bad IP addresses listed. And then I'm going to call the sign in log, and going to do a lookup with bad IPs which I defined here in the CSB. So it is going to match the listed bad IPs if it is matches to any real sign-in logs. So you can replace the external data source with your own CSB if you're playing with this kind of lookup. All right, so KQL is not just a query language, it is your SOC superpower. So the more fluent you become, the faster and smarter you will be at hunting, detecting, and responding to threat. And don't worry, don't try to memorize everything. Play, explore, break things, and build your own favorite queries. So you can use this video as your cheat sheet when you feel stuck. All right, so if you like the video, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment your thought on this video, or if you want more videos. And remember, this is not a full course for KQL, so I'm going to start full KQL series after completing the SOC 100 days learning challenge. All right, thank you.